Hey everyone, it's Sue here. Today we are going to work on day 45 in the Less Hustle, More Jesus devotional. Let me just move all my stuff to the side here. So the way I've been doing this is I'll do a couple pages on my own because I enjoy that, right? I enjoy, reading and reading the word and just kind of, thinking about it and taking it in and, being encouraged and everything. But I also really enjoy sharing my thoughts and my process with all of you. So I did a couple of pages. So the last video I did was this page right here. And I do have a playlist below if you'd like to see it. So the next two pages I did on my own, so there's no video. So I did this page, Heaven in Your Heart. And let me read. So I wrote that, that day when we have no more pain or struggle and we are raised to life with Christ. What a glorious day in heaven with my Father. And it refers to this verse here, which is Colossians 3:1. So, and that is actually a cutout from a postcard, and we're going to be using another postcard today. I did use a little bit of this ink on the background on here just to get a little bit of color. And then this was the next page, day 44. I did use some Distress Oxide spray on the background. I put some die cuts and I just write, oh, how he loves me, right? I am loved. And the name of this particular day is Great Big Love. And it just, the verse is, so how precious is your unfailing love, oh God. You, Lord, are forgiving and good, abounding in love to all who call to you. Beloved, let us love one another, for love is from God. And whoever loves has been born of God and knows God. So that's why I put the word love on there. God is so very good. Just some die cuts, some stickers. This is one of my little word phrases. It says, I am loved. And yeah, I put a little bit of a bling on there with some gold, whatchamacallits, from here. Yeah. What are they called? I can never remember the name of those, but you know what they are. So now, today we're going to work on day 45. So the first thing I'm going to do is get a little bit of color onto the background. And so I have this palette here, and it is, what I put in it is just some old Liquitex paint that I had, and I had it for years, and I'm like, well, let me get it out of the tubes and into a palette, and I pull it out and use it every once in a while. It did do some cracking and stuff, but of course you can still use it. But for this particular devotional, this color right here, and I have no idea what the name of it is, just really matches really, really, really well, like with the color on that number 4. And so I do like to use it in this particular devotional. So again, all I'm doing is getting a little bit of color onto the page. And I think I want to pull a little bit of blue in as well. And the reason I want to pull some blue in is because I do have butterflies that I'm going to pull on here that have either this mustard color and or some blue. So I just want to pull in a little bit of blue. And these pages are not prepped, so they're very porous and the paint just sinks right into them. It just does, and that's okay. Not normally how I like to work, but in this particular devotional, I am more than fine with that. Because otherwise it becomes a little bit too, right? A little, I don't know, just a little bit more involved, and I don't want this to be involved. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the postcards that I purchased. Actually, when did I purchase them? I'd say in the beginning of this year, and I bought 2 different sets of these postcards. I got them on Etsy, and oh my gosh, this Etsy shop had so many beautiful postcards. It was so hard to decide, but they're in sets, and I don't remember if there's 20, 25, 30, whatever in a set. So you're actually buying a set of postcards, like with a different theme, so to speak. So this particular set I really liked because it's very vintage, right? And what I did was, for this particular postcard, I cut the woman out because I like her. She's got some coffee going on there. I was going to cut off the words at the bottom, but then I realized that this H goes way up there and I'd have to cut it too high. So I'm going to leave it. If I knew I was going to do that, I probably would have left the whole words there. Not that I know what they mean. I have no idea. I have no idea what language that is. I really don't, to tell you the truth. But you can see the back of them are actually postcards. Super cute. But anyway, so what I did was I took this little ink pad and I just went around it just because there was white on the edges and I didn't want to have that. So when I place this on this page, I know I want to get a butterfly. So these butterflies I purchased last year, I'd say. I imagine from Etsy. I got flowers too. And they come in a sheet like this, and you just cut off the ones that you want to use. So right now I'm just looking at the colors. Like, that's a really pretty one. Well, they're all pretty. Like, that's super pretty. Oh, look at this one. This is it. This one down here. I think that's it. Although that's pretty too. No, that's it. No, that's it. I like them all. I'm going to cut those 3 out. So I guess I'm going to be looking at not only the color, but the size. They're all different sizes. So I'll see what looks, visually pleasing to my eye when I put them down with that woman on the postcard. And yeah, you know what? I like all of them. I really like this one. I don't know. What do you think I should do? Oh my goodness, this is a tough one for sure. I think I'm going to have to add the, I'm cutting a little bit too much off of this one. Oh my, I think I ruined my favorite one. Oh no. All right, I'm going to still try. All right, so let me do this. And I'm not going to clean them up or anything. I'm going to wait to see which one I like the most. And then that one I'll make sure that I clean up and it's going to look good. Alrighty. I kind of really like this one too. Oh my gosh. They're so pretty, and these have a little bit of glitter on them. So it does get glitter around just a little bit. Yeah, so I definitely have glitter on my page now. Let me get this into the garbage. But as we all know, you never really get rid of glitter, right? All right, so now what I want to look at is just the color. I'm going to put her down there. And I just wanted to have a butterfly just because. So I like that. See, I think that that's the one. This one will be too big, right? I think that will be too big for the page. So I'm going to go for this one that I messed up. And I'm going to have to just put little antennae onto it because I'm cutting them off. Poor thing. All right. Yeah, that won't be bad. I'll just draw them on. All right. So that is that. So I'm going to start getting everything down onto the page. And let me tell you what this particular page is all about. And the name of this is Love, Refresh, Repeat. So I'm just going to read to you, I think, what I have underlined. So over here, it talks about being careful not to make people into projects, right? If you find yourself spread too thin, sometimes you might do things because you feel like you have to, or you want to keep a relationship going. But the fact is that if you're not strong, right, in faith and in health and everything, then you can't bring much, I want to say good, that might be the wrong word, to a relationship, right? You have to be strong in order to have strong relationships. So I'm going to I'm going to read this. Remember this: if you catch yourself merely going along through the motions, it's okay to take a step back. In fact, it may be the best thing for everyone. Allow him to pour into you and trust him to show you when the time is right to start pouring out again. So, I look at my life and I think that is exactly what I did when I stepped back from making YouTube videos for, I don't know, a month and a half or so. So, because that's exactly how I was feeling. I was feeling like just being so drained due to work. And I've taken control over that. I've gotten clarity on how to handle that situation. So I am getting stronger again. And because I'm getting stronger and able to focus on his word, not that I ever walked away from him or his word, but I have the strength now again to focus on it, to receive it, to talk about it, to share it, right? So this is exactly where I was. And for me, it was clarity of knowing the situation I was in and making choices with God's strength, of course, to make those changes and to make life better. So this is John 15:4. Remain in me, and I will remain in you. For a branch cannot produce fruit if it is severed from the vine, and you cannot be fruitful unless you remain in me. I mean, that is such a perfect verse. I mean, we can't do it without him. We have to remain in him, or we're not going to be fruitful. So very important verse for sure. And then this was also good. 2 Corinthians 9:8. I mean, all of these are good, but 2 Corinthians 9:8. And God will generously provide all you need. Then you will always have everything you need and plenty left over to share it with others. Yes, exactly. So again, just such perfect verses, and they just really hit home. and they are encouraging. And, I hope that they even encourage you. Yeah, yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and get this down. And I'm going to kind of go to the side a little bit and down as much as I can so that I have room for the butterfly. So I'm going to put the butterfly down next. Oops, I just hit the camera. I'm going to put the butterfly down next. And that's basically how I tend to work, is I tend to always get the bigger pieces onto the page first. And then I fill in around it. I also have this washi that I just purchased on Etsy. So I'm going to see if I can get that onto this page. I also did, I pulled these out, the sequins, so I'll see if I can get a couple of those, because there is like the glitter on the butterfly is looking pretty gold to me. I do need to draw on the antenna for that, so I'm just going to grab a pen that I know is thin, and I'm just going to do that. Easy peasy, right? So now he has his antenna. I might keep this pen out, because you know what I think I'm going to do with this pen? And this is not a special pen by any means. It is a Signo Uniball 207 series, and I really like it. And I like it because if I ever need a really fine tip pen, that this is the one that I tend to go to. So since I have it out, I might as well do my outlining. And then, perfect. Then let me see if I want to add any of this. So what I tend to do when I'm working with sequins, gosh, I remember now, is I don't worry too much about it, but what I do is I'll go in a couple different spots on the page and put 3 dots of glue. Right, so the glue is on there. It's ready. Again, I don't put too much thought into it. And then I'm going to take the little sequins and I'm just going to put them on there. Easy peasy. Doesn't have to be like a big deal. They're just sequins. I hope my head doesn't keep getting in frame. It might. I don't know. If it does, I'm sorry. All right, the hardest thing is for me to actually get the sequins on there. So this is a little star, so I think I'm going to put the star over here. And then I'll take these 2, which are smaller ones, and get them up there. And I'm putting them upside down so that they can stick in the glue. And I think that they add just a nice little effect onto the page, to where, first of all, there's more gold, right? Because there's some gold in here. So now there's gold up here. There is gold down here. It's just perfect. It just adds a little bit more shimmer. Let me see about, oops, oh no, I have one on my, stuck on me. Okay, let me put that over there. So this is the washi that I pulled out. You know what? I really like that. I'm just going to put it down here. I have been finding that I do this on a lot of the pages. And like I've said before, you know what? It's because we have the washi. We like the washi. So definitely use the washi. And if it just means putting a little bit at the bottom, now at least I have used some washi. And I really like it. And I think it looks pretty. So that is that. I pulled out my sheet of phrases that I created. I know I said on a previous video that I was still trying to figure out the placement of everything on the actual sticker, and I figured it out. But I want to use these first. I don't want to throw them away. Most of them, if not all of them, are usable. They were just a little bit too high on the sticker itself. But again, like I say, that I figured it out. So next time I print this, I will have a sheet that is like perfect. So I'm going to use, since this is talking about, and God will generously provide all you need, I am going with the sticker, Jehovah Jireh, my provider. So, I don't know, I guess most of you probably know this, but at church, I have a connect group, a small group. We call them connect groups that I teach, and I'm teaching on the names of God. And I haven't focused on Jehovah Jireh yet. To me, well, the reason is because to me, I mean, this is going to sound weird, but I'm just going to say it. To me, it's one of the names of God that I think people know, right? I think that people know this name, Jehovah Jireh, right? So I'm focusing more on names of God that you don't know. And some of them I have actually never heard before. So like one that we already did is Jehovah Sabaoth, Sabaoth, and it means Lord of Hosts or Lord of Armies. So it's just like, you know, all this amazing stuff. But anyway, I do enjoy learning about the names of God, and yeah, Jehovah Jireh, my provider. Amen to that, right? So now what I want to do is just write something on the page. And I think what I'm going to write is, like, sometimes I'll rewrite the scripture on the page, but I think I'm going to do something easy right here that's personal to me. I do want to try not to mess these up. Hopefully the glue dried, but I'm going to end up putting my hand pretty much right on these little sequins down here. So we'll see. And all I'm going to write, because it's personal to me, He is my provider. So that's it. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. I'm going to consider this page done. And I like it. I love the colors. I like the butterfly. Or is that a moth? Whatever it is. I think it's maybe a moth. I don't know, but it's pretty. Yeah, I'm going to call it done. I'm going to call it done. So that is it. Let me know if you have any questions about anything on here, the scripture, or anything at all, and I'll be glad to get back to you. And now I'm looking forward to moving on to 2 more pages, and I hope that you enjoyed this video. And here's the page with the other cutout from the postcard. All right. Well, again, have a blessed week. And let me know if you have any questions. And please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. All right. Thank you so much, everybody. God bless. Bye-bye.